Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome back for another video. In today's video, we're going to take a look at Apecoin, and I'm going to ask the question, would I buy Apecoin in the bear market? This is installment 28 of a series of 1001 videos, and you can see the entire playlist in the description of this video to get caught up on other videos that other cryptocurrencies that I've already analyzed. And if you like this content, smash up that like button, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment in the comment section. So let's go ahead and dive on into this. Would I buy Apecoin in the bear market? All right, so Apecoin, oh man, I want to say no. Okay, I want to say no and get it over with for a variety of reasons. Many of them probably have to just do with my age, the fact that I'm older than a lot of people who own NFTs. But if I'm going to remain faithful to the rules that I set out when I started this series, the answer has to be yes. And so what's the rule? What are the rules that I set out when I started this? And first major category has to do with timing. The timing, when was the cryptocurrency created? And Apecoin was created after the date that I set out for whether or not I would buy this cryptocurrency, whether it's an automatic yes or no. Question one, was this cryptocurrency created before or after April 14th of 2021? Apecoin is the first cryptocurrency in this series that we are looking at that was created after April 14th of 2021. And I even tried thinking, can I get out of this? Because, you know, the Bored Ape Yacht Club, of which Apecoin is derived, obviously was that created before or after April 14th of 2021? And so I Googled it, and Bored Ape Yacht Club minted on April 23rd. So I'm stuck. I have to say yes if I'm going to be faithful to the rules that I set out in this series, and I'm not going to break those rules for Apecoin. Why not? Why not? Let's just go ahead. We'll buy Apecoin in the bear market. Not financial advice, and you don't have to do it, but I will buy, I suppose, some Apecoin in anticipation of the next bull run. So is there any way that I can talk myself into this aside from the fact that I have this rule that I've laid out? Well, there's some things. Okay, first of all, Bored Ape Yacht Club is, the last time I checked, I know that they flipped CryptoPunks as the biggest NFT in platform or NFT collection in terms of total value. I don't know if CryptoPunks flipped them back. I have no idea. I don't pay attention much to NFTs, especially NFTs outside of my price range, which Bored Ape Yacht Club being a six-figure NFT in terms of dollars. Yeah, that's very much out of my price range. But I think about NFTs in a certain light. Most of them are going to zero. Most of them have already gone to zero, but there are a few that I think are going to retain their value and going to have a lot of value as just kind of like the first. You know, I think CryptoPunks will retain their value over the years and maybe even, you know, dare I say, increase in value, because CryptoPunks were, I think, the second ever NFTs, but like the first ones that became mainstream adopted. So CryptoPunks for sure. And then I would say probably Bored Apes. That's just, I've read enough about this as to why would somebody who owns a CryptoPunk not sell their CryptoPunk for any price? And same deal with the Bored Apes. And what I've come to realize about these kind of NFTs is that they are a status symbol. It's like having a Ferrari. It really is. It's a part. People have taken on CryptoPunks and Bored Apes as a part of their identity, for better or worse. And this is a thing where I remember reading a thread by somebody who owned a CryptoPunk on Twitter, and it just kind of clicked in my mind. It made me actually kind of like, man, could I own a CryptoPunk one day? It's not going to happen, or a Bored Ape. But there is something about this that I think is going to be lucrative in the future. And that it's like being a part of a very exclusive elite club. Now that really only applies in my mind to Bored Apes and to CryptoPunks and nothing else. And so will Apecoin benefit from that? I'm a little bit more skeptical of that. I am not sure if, what's going to happen with, will Apecoin go above $20? You know what? I haven't even looked up the Apecoin price. So let me do that real quick at coinmarketcap.com. But I wouldn't be surprised if Apecoin wasn't all that far down from its peak in 2021. So let's check that out real quick, because that is another factor into this. And so, yeah, it got up to $25, now down about 75%. That's not something that screams, please buy for me. If I think a cryptocurrency is going to put in a higher high next cycle, I want it to go as low as possible. And in the cryptocurrency sphere, only 75%, that, for an altcoin, at least, that's not enough. But who knows? I would say that there's I would have a decent amount of confidence that this time in 2025 or 2026, that Apecoin would break through that all-time high. But we'll see about that. That's something to consider. Tokenomics are good. Max supply, total supply. It was airdropped to Bored Ape Yacht Club holders, to the NFT holders. And I, as far as I know, I didn't do a ton of research on this, and actually I'm questioning this because fully diluted market cap is much higher than the current market cap. I don't know. It seems like based off of that this is going to be a very inflationary cryptocurrency, and so that's something that in light of that, I would not buy any at the moment and just wait for the inflation to play itself out and buy closer to an anticipated, what do I say, euphoria phase, which could happen next cycle, after the next Bitcoin halving. But there's a couple of other things that I'm looking at. Okay. Do I believe the wording on this page, the about page? We'll see. It's like they launched the apes. There's no way the team that launched them could have anticipated that it would have had the level of success that it had. And so now they're trying to build on that. Art, gaming, entertainment, events, all that stuff. And for all of it, I'm just like, we'll see. SafeMoon and, dare I say, and Shiba Inu, they had big plan. No, they had no plans. I would say that they really didn't anticipate what would become, both of them became billion-dollar cryptocurrencies, and SafeMoon still is worth several $billions. And now they're trying to say, oh yeah, we've got all these plans for the future. It's like, I'll believe it when I see it. My mentality for that is similar for Apecoin, except when I look at the team, that is something that I'm really impressed by. So Alexis Ohanian, the founder of Reddit, one of the founders of Reddit, married to Serena Williams. That is a big name for someone being on a board member of the Bored Ape, the Apecoin, the DAO, all that stuff. Amy Wu of FTX, some other names here that I'd be like, wow, I'm surprised. That's not something that I've noticed with Shiba Inu, for sure not with SafeMoon. And the reason why I'm even lumping these two together is I do think of NFTs. Listen, I am a little bit more of a skeptic in NFTs than I think most people in this space. And I think of NFTs in a similar light that I think of meme coins. They had their big runs and then they die and only a couple will survive. And, Bored Apes will survive, but I'm still just a little bit skeptical of the things that they have going for them. But I mean, they're board members. That's a legit board. So that would have me a little bit more intrigued. And then just looking at Apecoin news, it's like, I'm impressed, I'm not like blown away, but I am impressed with what I'm seeing here. Apecoin now accepted by Gucci. Apecoin DAO approves funding of a Bored Ape-centric news publication. Who knows? That seems pretty interesting to me. Gucci again. News site, all this stuff. So I don't know. There is potential here. I do want to say yes, there is potential. And by the letter of the law that I have made for myself when I start out this series, I will buy some Apecoin. I'm not expecting 100x return. That seems like nonsense to me. I mean, it's got a market cap of 2 billion. A 100x return from that would be a $200 billion market cap. I will shave every hair on my body if this goes up to a $200 billion market cap by the next cycle. I probably shouldn't say that too loudly, but somebody record this, and if it happens, I guess I'm stuck. Oh man, I really should have thought about that more. Oh man. Okay. All right. Yes, I will buy Apecoin in the bear market, or I should say I would buy. But I would love to hear your thoughts. Maybe I should be a little bit more hopeful about this than I am. But yeah, you know what? I'll throw a few $100 at it. But what do you think? Will you be buying Apecoin in the bear market? Is there something that I'm missing? Because I fully admit that I'm biased and I didn't put a ton of research into specifically looking at like the tokenomics and all that stuff. You know, I do that for most other cryptos, but maybe I'm crazy and maybe your, Apecoin is going to make you a millionaire. But I'm just going to stay skeptical while also throwing a few $100 at it. But that's all I have for today. Hope you enjoyed this content. I will see you in another video. Peace.